Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to do a video on this thing I just bought. It's a used Hubsan Zino. This is the black edition. It's used. I got it at a really steal of a price. I couldn't resist, so I got it. And it is comes with this nice case. I'm not gonna go through it all, but it's a nice airlock case, and it is the black version, so it comes with all of the accessories, minus a couple of things like it's missing the Android wires, but I use iPhone, so this is fine for me. I'm not going to go through all of the components and parts that it comes with. Most of you already know and are familiar with it. I am a new Zino owner, so that's exciting. The reason I brought this quad is because it has a really good image processor, Sony processor, and it also works on an Umbrella A12 processor, so that's really nice. And it helps with, the app and live streaming, the FPV and other things. So it's a really good quad. It's way better than the JJRC, Eashine X4, or the C-Fly. That's for sure. Now I know, let me just remove it here from just gonna remove the controller. Comes with a nice little cover to cover the gimbals. So I'm gonna remove that. So I was fortunate to get 3 batteries with this thing, and as you can see, it's a 3000 milliamp 11.4 volt 3 cell, and it's pretty powerful. That's a lot of complaints about the batteries of this thing, but I hope I don't encounter any of those. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that, but yeah, it's nice to have 3 batteries. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so here's the quad. It's really nice. As you can see, most of you again are familiar with this quad, so I'm not going to go too much into detail, but I just wanted to share it on my channel because it's new to the fleet, so why not, right? So here you see this is my license plate, so forget about that. Here is the USB cord, so this is for when you have to update your firmware. Here's your SD card. I already have one inserted in there. What's really nice about this, and I like a lot, is this gimbal cover. First of all, the JJRC X12 and the others do not have that, so it doesn't protect your gimbal, and that's a no-no. So you can remove this, and you can see, I don't know if you can actually see it clearly, but it has a really nice lens on there, and it's really nice. I can't wait to take it out to fly and test it out. But in this video, I'm going to show you that everything does work, and yeah, I'm very excited to take this out for a flight. So hold on 1 second while I get it all set up for you guys. Alright, so I have my iPhone here ready to go. I have the lightning cord that goes connected to it, and I'm just going to go through the process of starting it up and going through the app and showing you that everything works, including the gimbal and the camera. So the first thing you want to do, for those who are not familiar with this quad and are just seeing this for the first time and are probably interested in buying it, this is what you're going to get and how you're going to start it up. So you press this button, and you can't see it now. Now, some videos that I've been watching online, that noise is not supposed to happen, but I consulted the QC guy who's the Hubsan Zino Pro, and he told me that some do make this louder chime sound and others make the lower, the robotic drone type of chime sound. So I got one with a loud chime. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, turn the controller on. It'll make that loud beep. I wish they had some sort of function to turn these things off, but what can you do? So you wait for it until it pairs to the drone itself, and when that happens, you'll see 4 lights. So now it's paired directly to the drone. And now what you want to do, you want to, first of all, you want to connect the lightning cable to your phone. And I don't know if you heard that, but you heard it vibrate. So what's really nice about this is that your phone is being charged by the battery of the remote control. So that's nice. So you don't have to worry about your phone dying out on you so fast while you're flying this thing, and I like that a lot. So I'm going to go now into my Wi-Fi settings. 1 second. And I'm going to connect directly to where it says Hubsan Zino, and go out of there. I'm going to do a quick recording of this so you guys can see what I'm doing. Screen recording. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the Hubsan app, and it's already connected. It says switch to normal mode. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, it's picking up a weak GPS signal. First thing you want to do is you want to go into your where is it? Controller, set the transmitter. So you want to refresh that. You want to go to your Hubsan and you want to connect there. And it'll just say aircraft is connected, but then it'll connect again. All right, so now we have a an image. So I'm going to turn this around right here. I wish I had something else to show you guys, but anyway, for the sake of that, just showing you my hand. All right, so I'm going to turn this around. All right. All right. Okay. So now, what I like about this a lot is that you can go into the app and you can see all of the different functions it has. So for instance, I'm going to go into the settings. We already did that. You have your transmitter connection. Always keep it on Wi-Fi. We already went through the set transmitter, which is to set it to your drone. You have the Wi-Fi channel settings, which is, I really like this because it tells you your current channel, which channel you're currently on, and the other channels that you can customize in case your area or your location is not, compatible with the channel frequency. So if you wanted to go to 36, you can just press on the 36 and it'll tell you Wi-Fi settings. After select the channel, please wait for the aircraft to restart, and you can do that. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to change the setting right now. You have the transmitter hardware version, everything else here. So I'm going to go out of here and let me see what else we have. You have your aircraft maximum speed setting, and I have it all at 70, so you can customize that. You have your waypoint settings. I've already went ahead and customized that to my liking. You have your GPS accuracy test, which I won't be doing right now. I'm indoors, so it won't work on me. I'll fail the test. Okay, so right here you see